Imagine a game where there are no enemies, no pressure, no stress, just you, a stack of tiles, and the freedom to slowly build a peaceful little world. That's Dorfromantik. It's a calm and creative game, and excitingly, it just came out on PlayStation and Xbox. And of course, you can play it on PC too. So, if you're after a relaxing game to wind down with, full of charming, detailed little landscapes and satisfying puzzles, this is it. So, what actually is Dorfromantik? Well, it first came out in 2022, but from what I can see, it's not had too much attention on city building channels. Probably because it isn't really a city builder, it's more of a landscape building puzzle game. The developers describe it as a peaceful building strategy and puzzle game, where you create a beautiful, ever-growing village landscape by placing tiles. Explore a variety of colourful biomes, discover and unlock new tiles, and complete quests to fill your world with life. And that really sums it up. I would say if you're looking for something on the scale of cities' skylines or Foundation, with supply chains and complicated systems to manage, Dorfromantik is not that. Although I do think it captures some of the same cutesy aesthetic feel that Foundation does. But I would more likely compare it to Mini Motorways or Mini Metro. Not in aesthetics necessarily, but because of the shorter sessions and the regularly updated challenges which are offered. It's one of those games that doesn't demand too much from you, and you can really dip in and out of it and just play it at your own pace. So here's a very quick 1-minute explainer on how to play, just so you know what I'm actually talking about here. The game gives you a stack of hexagonal tiles to start. You place them one by one to expand your world, and you can rotate them however you like. There are 5 main area types which might appear on the tile: forests, houses, fields, water, and railway. More than one area type can be on each tile. As you go, you'll get quests, maybe asking you to connect a certain number of houses or build a forest of a particular size. If you complete those quests, you get more tiles and also points, which means your run lasts longer. If you run out of tiles, the session ends. Very simple. You can also earn points by matching the edges of tiles. Sometimes you'll see ghost tiles appear in the distance that you can build towards to unlock more quests. And you can earn special tiles by hitting certain achievements. The overall aim is really just maximizing your high score. So while the mechanics are simple, you can try and get a bit competitive if you want. So why do I love this game? Here are my 3 key highlights. Firstly, there are several different modes in which you can play Dorfromantik, depending on what you're looking for in a session. Of course, there's a tutorial mode to ease you in. Then there's the classic mode, which is really the core experience. My games in classic mode usually last an hour minimum, and they can definitely be longer if I'm focused and doing well. You can also save games and come back to them as much as you like, so there's no need to complete your world in one session. The creative mode lets you play endlessly, building purely for pleasure, not a high score. You can customize tiles, and there are no quests to complete. If you're short on time, there's a quick mode, which caps you at 75 tiles, and that took me around 15 minutes to complete. There's also a hard mode if you want more of a challenge, and a monthly mode that drops a brand new puzzle every month, a bit like the Mini Motorways weekly challenge, which really increases the replayability of the game. For people who like tinkering, there's even a custom mode where you can set things up exactly how you want, whether that's super chill or much more demanding. The second thing I love is that the core gameplay is incredibly simple. It's worth noting that it might not hold your attention if you're looking for deeper complexity. In Dorfromantik, you're not managing resources or keeping citizens happy like you would in a full-on city builder. This is more of a game for when you're looking to unwind or get lost in a charming world. And for that, it's great and super easy to engage with straight away. Finally, the game is overall just really peaceful and relaxing to play. The music and sound effects are beautifully ambient. One thing I really love, the developers are so committed to making the game tranquil and stress-free. The end screen doesn't even flash up with game over. Instead, it just tells you session complete which I think is a nice touch. It makes the end feel satisfying rather than like you failed. A fun bonus fact for you, Dorfromantik isn't actually just a video game, it's also a board game. That's actually where I first came across it. The video game was developed by 4 German and Swiss students in a game design master's program, and later turned into a board game, which won the really prestigious Spiel des Jahres award. Please excuse my pronunciation there. The board game comes in both classic and Sakura editions, and works either as a solo game or a cooperative multiplayer. Just like the video game, it's super aesthetic and the core rules are really straightforward. The best part for me is definitely the campaign mode, where the challenge evolves every time you play by adding new rules and slowly increasing complexity over time, going even deeper than the video game version. It also doesn't matter if every player doesn't play every round of the campaign, so people can swap in and out, or you can even go for solo play if you're like me and don't mind playing on your own. So here are my final thoughts. Dorfromantik is a game that's completely committed to being peaceful. No threats, no combat, no timers, just simple, beautifully designed landscapes and gentle music. If you're looking for something cozy, creative, and low stress, I think it's one of the best games you can play right now. I'm also putting together a follow-up video with some beginner tips and tricks to help you get better at Dorfromantik, so if you're interested, make sure you stick around for that. If you've already played the game, I'd love to hear about your first run in the comments. Did you manage to make something beautiful? Or did your tiles run out faster than you expected? And if you enjoy relaxing games like this, feel free to subscribe for more. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.